Good people, supposing you want to define the base URL for your HTML web page. The base element specifies the base URL and target for all relative URLs in a page, and there can only be one single base element in an HTML document. So for you to specify, you use the base element, then you give the attribute name of href, then you enter your base URL. For my instance, since I'm using HTTP, that's the local host, that is 127.0.0.1. I'm running my local server on port number 5500. Then the second attribute that you give to this base URL defines how you want your links to be opened. You give it an attribute of target. For an instance, I want all my URL to open in a blank page. Then as usual, you close this void element. So good people, this is how you define the base URL for your HTML page. You use the base element, you give it an attribute of href, then enter your URL, the URL that you want to be your base URL, then give it a target value that you wish your links to be opening. Also, to expound on the same, I've gone to my Visual Studio Code, I've created a folder by the name images, and I've pasted here an image that I've just downloaded from the internet. I've also created another folder by the name pages, and within this pages folder, I've created a new HTML document and given it the name about.html. Then here I've created within this new HTML document, I've pasted in some code here with the heading one that describe the heading of the page as about. To expound more on base URL, I have used the image tag img to call this image on HTML page, or to display this image on HTML page, and have given it a width of 300 pixels so that it can be able to fit on this page. Good people, in our previous video that have shared a link in this video description, we learned about HTML elements and HTML attributes. img is also an example of a void element. If you have not looked at that video, please check on the video description below and take some time and look at that video. We also looked at how you can define a link to another document or to another page. Good people, in this paragraph where I've used the img element to display this cut image on this HTML page, you will notice that we have only specified the relative address. That's images / cut.png represent the relative address of this image. Since we have already specified the base URL in our head section, this is the base URL. Good people, this relative address of this cut image will automatically be concatenated with the base URL we have defined on our header section, and this is how the final URL is going to appear. Good people, with this paragraph where I'm defining the anchor tag, or I'm creating a link inside the paragraph tags, this link that leads to about that HTML page I've created inside the pages folder, you will notice that if you try to click on this link like this link opens in a new window, even if it has no any target, that's underscore blank attribute. Look at how I have defined this link. Under normal circumstance, you will expect that we give it the target value, that's the target value of blank. But because we have already defined the target value on our base URL, the link will automatically open in a new window based on the value that you have given our base URL like this.